So my name is Monica Hanley. I am a data steward at the British Oceanographic Data Centre, which is one of the NERC data centers, environmental data centers. And we are also hosted at the National Oceanography Centre. And our project is called United, which stands for User Needs Informed Technologies for Environmental Data, a framework for federated computing roadmap, which is quite a mouthful. What actually is United? You can see the title's missing on the slide. We will be performing UX research to inform the future direction of federated computing. We're going to use environmental data as a key case study and a proxy for other domains. And we aim to build a community of experts by establishing methods of user engagement and community building. And then obviously we are going to make all of our findings and experiences open source. So this is all of our project participants. So we have a range of roles from across the UK environmental data services, and all of the 5 NERC environmental data centers make up the environmental data service. So we have direct representation from 3 out of the 5 data centers, but we have the full support from all 5 data centers and the EDS as a whole. The 3 data centers that we have direct representation from are BODC, which handles marine data, CETA, which handles atmospheric data, and BGS, which handles geological data. But we also have participants who are software engineers, UX researchers and experts, and members of the Digital Solution Hub team. And together we have a wealth of experience with environmental data and user needs. So why focus on environmental science? First and foremost, we are experts in environmental data, and we work very closely with the scientists, which gives us quite an open door to liaise with them and really talk to them about what they need and what they want from a federated service. Environmental data is multidisciplinary and federated in nature, and it fosters a lot of community building naturally. Environmental data transcends domains and should be used to influence decisions, city planning. You know, if we think about coastal hazards and flooding, it has a huge impact on society as a whole. So we have a large diversity of stakeholders, and it's a great pilot for lessons learned. And we can use this community as a proxy for other communities. I'm sorry, all the titles are in white text. So how can we build a community across so many different federated services? So everybody within the scientific community has different experiences, behaviors, and needs. And we really need to understand user perspectives and requirements before we can build an infrastructure for them to use. This should be a two-way flow of knowledge sharing, where we revise platforms while we research and tap into communities who will be the end users. And we aim to find the needs of end users and turn them directly into delivery requirements through our roadmaps. So why should we be doing this? We aim to build on some past work that this team has already done. So as an example, the Digital Solutions Hub work aims to federate NERC environmental data. It has a huge wealth of user interviews and needs, and we can perform some gap analyses on the data to identify and expand communities that need to be interviewed. We've worked on other multiple projects looking into user stories and creating tools directly based on those requirements, such as the Boost project, which ended recently. And this impacted the EDS toolkit, where we made all of our findings open source, and we hope to continue on with that. The EDS has a huge range of data sets, like land cover maps, sea level, air quality, geological maps, and these can all be integrated and inform decision-making that enables planning and support society. And we think if things can work for environmental science, then it could work for your domain as well. So looking at who our users and key stakeholders are, this excerpt is a summary from the Digital Solutions Hub report, and it has a summary of user archetypes, which we are aiming to use in the first instance. And these include analysts monitoring the environment, authors of monitoring framework, analysts answering questions with data, GIS specialists, data support, data leaders, and data stewards. So we plan to expand on this work in an iterative way and review and expand new material, broadening out our work beyond environmental science. So our key outcomes from this project. First, we want to map user communities and relevant archetypes within identified groups. Like I mentioned, we are going to be building on work already done by things like the Digital Solution Hub and other projects our participants have worked on for users of environmental data, and begin to map communities. Again, we plan to do a gap analysis and identify target sectors for engagement and community building. Number 2, we aim to research and gather user stories for federated services using environmental data as a pilot. So we'll be exploring mechanisms for efficiently sharing information about user needs across federated services to enable widespread use of the research and democratize knowledge and foster inclusive collaboration processes. We'll review implications of the work for wider landscapes by interacting with other domains and see how our processes are transferable. And again, we plan to use the EDS toolkit to open source all of our findings. Third, we want to understand how federated roadmaps actually link together. So we want to contribute to the roadmap in an iterative way, utilizing our user mapping and data and other projects from this funding call. We will explore how to enhance transparency of expertise and roles across federated services and disciplinary boundaries. And we'll explore how user stories feed into forming roadmaps through workshops like this and applying agile approaches to enhance results. So we aim to provide recommendations based on user stories to key stakeholders and significantly accelerate the process of transforming knowledge into actionable delivery. And this will streamline, hopefully, the creation of federated systems designed to prevent and support environmental challenges. And finally, we aim to establish and formalize a network of expert staff to provide and communicate recommendations. So we'd like to utilize some holacracy mappings where we can identify experts and see how they link together with other staff and communities. And this will hopefully be a first step towards a sustainable long-term network for user communities. So potential next steps, we obviously want to collaborate with as many people as possible. So we'd love to share experiences, provide feedback, test out processes, learn about challenges and pain points, and connect this work to any of the other pillars. That's it. Thank you.